On the level, Jim. What are you doing here?
Running out.
Any reason?
2. Shotting and reared.
10 must-see Western Noir movies. For those who like their Western films a little dark and stylised, you're in luck today. I've collected 10 examples of this genre, the Western Noir style. I'm sure you're aware of some of these. There may be some unexpected as well. If you like this video, come and see my many other videos on my channel. The link is in the description. Apologies up front for any mispronunciations of names. Now let's get started. The Oxbow Incident, 1942, directed by William A. Wellman. 2 drifters are passing through a western town when news comes in that a local farmer has been murdered and his cattle stolen. The townspeople, joined by the drifter, form a posse to catch the perpetrators. Cast: Henry Fonda, Dana Andrews, and Mary Beth Hughes, with Anthony Quinn, William Ith, Harry Morgan, and Jane Darwell.
Or judges or lawyers or sheriffs you hire to carry it out. It's everything people ever have found out about justice and what's right and wrong. It's the very conscience of humanity. There can't be any such...
Jewel in the Sun, 1946, directed by King Vidor, Otto Bauer, William Detail, and 4 more. Beautiful half-breed Pearl Chavez becomes the ward of her dead father's first love and finds herself torn between her sons, one good and the other bad. Cast: Jennifer Jones, Joseph Cotton, Gregory Peck, Lillian Gish, and Lionel Barrymore. My Darling Clementine, 1946, directed by John Ford. As the lawman of a rowdy frontier town where his brother's killers have taken refuge, Wyatt Earp dedicates himself to bringing the evildoers to justice. A guest that leads to the famous shootout at the OK Corral. Cast: Victor Mature as Doc Holliday, Henry Fonda, Linda Darnell, Walter Brennan, Tim Holt, Kathy Downs, and Ward Bond.
Stop, Paul! Stop! No!
When you pull a gun, kill a man.
Pursued, 1947, directed by Raoul Walsh. A boy haunted by nightmares about the night his entire family was murdered is brought up by a neighbouring family in the 1880s. He falls for his lovely adoptive sister, but his nasty adoptive brother and mysterious uncle want him dead. Cast: Teresa Wright and Robert Mitchum. The supporting cast features Judith Anderson, Dean Jagger, Alan Hale Sr., and Harry Carey Jr.
I wouldn't try that if I were you, Grant.
Take your dirty hands off.
Ramrod, 1947, directed by Andrei Titov. A cattle versus sheepman feud loses Connie Dickerson, her fiancée, but gains her his ranch, which she determines to run alone in opposition to Frank Ivy, boss of the valley. whom her father Ben wanted her to marry. She hires recovering alcoholic Dave Nash as foreman. Cast: Joel McCrea, Veronica Lake, Preston Foster, and Don DeFore.
Now listen, Mrs. Parker.
You listen!
Hey, Frank. I just brought in Pokey. He said Bill Shell rawheaded him to that fight.
Bill Shell's dead. You may not know it, but he is. I've got some business to take care of. When I get back, that fitting better be over.
Blood on the Moon, 1948, directed by Robert Wise. When a shady-looking stranger rides into town to join his old friend, it is assumed he is a hired gun. But as the new man comes to realise the unlawful nature of his buddy's business and the way the homesteaders are being used, the two men draw apart to become sworn enemies. Cast: Robert Mitchum, Barbara Bell Geddes, Robert Preston, and Walter Brennan.
With a bullet or hold him close with a kiss.
We'll go now, unless you want more of that.
I don't want more of it, Jim.
Yellow Sky, 1948, directed by William A. Wellman. A gang led by James Stretch Dawson robs a bank and, chased by soldiers, chooses to cross the salt flats of Death Valley. Collapsing from heat and dehydration, the outlaws come upon a ghost town called Yellow Sky, and its only residents, a young woman called Mike and her prospective grandfather. Cast: Gregory Peck, Richard Widmark, and Ann Baxter.
There's plenty more left here. If that girl and the old man want it, they can dig for it. I've waited all my life to make a killing like this, and I'm not giving half my share to anybody.
Station West, 1948, directed by Sidney Landfield. Two soldiers have been robbed and murdered while guarding a shipment of gold. Into town rides Haven, a military intelligence officer travelling incognito. When he arrives, the hotel clerk at the front desk plays his guitar and sings, "A man can't grow old where there's women and gold," suggesting in the lyrics a clear warning to leave town. Cast: Dick Powell, Jane Greer, Angus Moorhead, Earl Ives. Colorado Territory, directed by Raoul Walsh, 1949. Outlaw Wes McQueen is sprung from jail to help pull one last railroad job. He doesn't like his new partners, except dancehall girl Colorado, and anyway fancies Julie Ann, newly arrived from the east to set up home with her father. Cast: Joel McCrea, Virginia Mayo, and Dorothy Malone. Roughshod, directed by Mark Robson, 1949. Three escaped convicts in prison guard, led by cold-blooded killer Lednov, ambush and murder three cowboys, taking their clothes and firearms. They burn their prison clothes in the campfire. The trio quickly ride on, seeking revenge against a rancher named Clay Phillips, who once dogged Lednov all the way to Mexico and wounded him before turning him over to the authorities for a previous crime. Phillips is warned by friend Jed Graham to get out of Aspen. Cast: Gloria Graham, Robert Sterling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate likes, shares and subscribers. They help me a lot. Also, hit the notification button to get my new videos. Bye for now.
Interesting facts about famous people.